AC Guy 1948 here. I got a little bit of a sore throat I'm going through, so my voice is a little off. But looking at my shed, this is going to be my big summer, spring project. Whenever it gets done, it gets done. But hopefully, once we get started, oh, neighbor just fired up a chainsaw. But so basically, here's what we're going with. It's going to be a 30 by 40. We're going to have 8-foot spacings. It's going to have 6x6 posts, and I'm going to go with 12 foot for the height. That'll be a little bit better than this right here. I'm not standing very tall. I've already got trusses. I just got to get them in here. That's going to be another issue. Might have to bring them in through the field because they're 32 feet long. But I'm going to cut them down to 30 feet. I'm going to go 40 feet deep. I need to get a building permit. Hopefully I can get all that approved, because my plan is to build it over top of the old shed and then tear down this shed. You got to talk to them about that, because I'd rather not take all this stuff out of here and figure out what I'm going to do with it. It's a mess in here yet. There was all Grandpa's stuff, and then my stuff came in, and I actually do have a little bit of floor space in here, and that's the part I sectioned off for the Deutsch. My little spot to work on stuff, but I just got so much stuff in this shed. Grandpa, all sorts of tools and stuff, but it's just not very organized. And opening it up gives me a lot more to do. Anywho, trusses. I have a building that got tore down that was originally like, I think it was 45 by 80, but we had to cut the trusses down. Or it was 40 by 80. Yeah, it was 40 by 80, so we cut it down to 32. Anyway, they used a chainsaw to cut it down because they were originally just going to get rid of the building, and I bought the trusses and all the tin and the roof and the posts and everything off the guy, and I was going to build them out at my other place where I was going to put up a house, but I ended up buying my grandparents' house. So now, like I say, I'm going to put a new roof on it, because the old one they pulled apart and it's got holes in it, and I'd rather just have a dry roof. The old sides, they were 12 foot tall as well. That'll work out. I'm going to use the sides and just try and reuse all the holes I can, but we'll fill in, just patch it up. It'll be all right. Concrete, that's going to be an expensive venture. Post brackets, I already got them. I actually have more than I should need for this, because I was going to go 48 feet, 32 by 48 feet at the other place with the other barn, but I'm in town here. I gotta watch my taxes, and I really want this whole thing just be concrete, and that's gonna be expensive on the taxes. So yeah, so I'm trying to keep it reasonable. Like I said, 6x6, but what I have are these brackets, and I got this tiny little piece of chalk. That's why I only had one piece of chalk. Grandpa had this nice chalkboard up here. But what these brackets are, they go in the concrete, and they got like 4 little pieces of re-rod in them, and you set your post in there, stand it up, and you shoot a couple bolts through. So it's sitting flush. I'm trying to do this through the camera. It's sitting, well, what we're going to do is make little like bucket-sized holes in the ground, fill them with concrete, and you set those brackets down in there, and you stand the post up in and shoot your screws through, your bolts. That way everything is above ground, and you only need a 12-foot post instead of, if I was going to go deep down in the ground, you're going to have, 14, 16 foot, depending on what I could get. I saw I could get a 14 foot. If that was an 8 by 8, my local thing only had it, I think 18 foot or 16 foot was their next longest for an 8 by 8. So, but it was for a 6 by 6 was what my brackets were for. So that'll work out fine. So yeah, figure about 18 posts or so for, there's 10 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm figuring about 18. Thoughts are put a door in on, like right about here where this door is, and then put a door back here, back there, so I can just have this as a straight drive through, and maybe I'll put a door in here. Not entirely sure, because this is just, the house is there and everything, so everything's just, it's hard to get a vehicle in there. But we will see. I'm thinking about putting the side door. There's a side door, well, it's on the other side, but on that wall, there's a field out there, so it's kind of like the wind just blows on through that door. So I'm thinking about putting my small door here, so I can get in now. And it won't be letting a lot of air in. I really don't want anything on this side. I want that blocked off, because the wind is always so bad. It's just a, you can probably hear all the wind noise. It's just a wind tunnel right through here because of that field. But so yeah, show you what's up with this shed and why I'm not just saving it. That's siding, wooden, like pine. I don't know if it's pine. It's wooden siding, and it gets water in, like. And the concrete floors getting cracked up, and see moisture's just down in there, and water just kind of comes up in the floor real bad here, real low to the ground. You can see there's some more water intrusion. The bottom of the wood's getting all ate away, you know. And these doors are not in very good shape. Look at how old this is. That's a single pane glass. You know, it's rotting out. It needs new doors, so I already figure I'm going to get new doors or figure something out like that for the new building. But the roof's not awful. Grandpa had, when he did the roof on the house, that is a video for another day. They did not do a good job on it. He spent enough money. Sorry, I ran out of memory there. Had to delete a couple things, but yeah, the roof, it's tin roof. It's, I don't know, is it 10 years old? I don't even know if it's 10 years old. It's getting close to it. But, then it's got that wood siding behind it, and there's vinyl siding on the outside here. Whoop. But it's just so low to the ground's another issue. If I do, you know, I'm going to put the foundation and everything up a little bit, so it's going to be above it. One of these days we'll do a video on that. I got to get new plugs and wires for it. It's just not running 100%. Anywho, yeah, we'll, alright. Back inside here, well, I show you my biggest concerns. Mostly, it comes down to this shed has a lean to it. I don't know if you can see it, but that's supposed to be straight. And she's holding on. Now, there's level, but she's kind of off to the side a little bit there. So this beam is holding up a lot of weight too. It's kind of scary being under this. That's kind of my biggest, see how it's separating up there. That's supposed to be up higher as it is. Anyway, but you know, it's good wood and stuff, so I'll definitely get some good lumber out of it. But yeah, and then also I'll have I won't need all these posts and everything. It'll be a freestanding building, which is kind of nice because I got a post here that's kind of in the way. Now for dimensions on this, there's where it's going to start. I'll go all the way back to, I don't think you can see that blue stake, like where that rock is, right around there, like right behind that rock. But I'm gonna, the plan is to build over top. So basically gonna come here, dig a hole about yay big right there, dig down, pour concrete, sit those braces we talked about in. Come here, here's another 8 foot, here's 8 foot, do that here, go another 8 foot. I stopped, it's rock under here. I didn't have a good way to stamp anything in the ground. It's kind of froze too. But come another 8 foot and do that. All the way back to here. So that's where we came from. This will be the back corner. So that'll be a good, Grandpa built this lean-to off the back too, and it's actually probably what's holding the rest of the garage up, because it's pretty well built. Yeah, it's a pretty well built unit. It's probably making a lot of support right there. It's probably the only reason this shed hasn't fallen in on itself. But yeah, so there's the line kind of shoots across here. I got to move all this stuff away. They'll come to this corner. It shoots all the way down there. So that'll be the size of my new shed. Gotta take the solar panels off and that wind generator down. Grandpa did do a good job on that. He's got this on a hinge. So all you gotta do is take your there's a bolt run through here and a bolt up there. You just gotta take those bolts out, this clamp off, that clamp off, that clamp off, and this thing will just pivot on down so you can mess with the head. So that'll be easy enough to take down. And these solar panels, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I got 3 of them. I think they're 500 watt. Maybe you guys can see how they read that. I can't remember what the wind generator was supposed to be, but you got all that coming in here. He's got electrical run into the house underground. Got your battery bank and everything in there, and your little charge. See, we're making voltage. Now maybe you can see 14 point, what is it, 6? It's charging. You even had power out here for, and yeah, nice wind. I'm sure you can hear that on the camera. So this here is going to be the boundary line. And then we shoot across to over there. So that's going to give me quite a bit of extra space, and then also it's going to be taller. 12 feet comes out. Let's see, it's about the tip of that will be where the base of that is. Something like that. It's about 12 feet. Hold on. No, I just measured it out. The 12 feet is just about where the peak of this building is. So that's going to give me a lot more clearance here for, I'll be able to fit that truck in there, because I couldn't fit it in this garage or even really open the hood. So yeah, that'll give me plenty of clearance, I think. Other plan is to put in kind of a, towards the back, put in like a little, what do you call it, mezzanine? Is that what they call it? A little loft area up there, and put stuff like maybe some shelving or those little, bunch of those little things, and just have all my parts stored up there, things that I won't use all the time, and keep down here for like just working on stuff and tools and keep all the parts up there. So that's the plan. I mean, there's a lot of good lumber in this building, but the plan is to build that over top of it. Then at least get the main structure up, tear this down. We're gonna bring in dirt and stuff and build it up in there, and then we're gonna pour concrete. I'm gonna have to move everything out for concrete. I may have some stuff sit outside so I can get all that stuff shoved in the shed because there's a lot of stuff in there. So we can just do this whole thing in one shot. Well, it's gonna be sectioned up, you know, but do concrete, and then we should be good. Run the power back over and tear that shed down. Well, we're gonna have to tear the shed down before we pour the concrete. But then hopefully we'll be up and going and have a new shop to work in, and we can get back to projects. I'm gonna get back to that case at some point, but this here just I need to get my priorities straight and get me a shop set up. I've only lived here a year and I'm already gonna tear the shed down, but it's needed it. And Grandpa would have loved to have had a bigger building. He spent most of his time working outside on stuff, it seemed like. So, alright, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. Have a great day.